Thank you, Zena, for that inspiring piece from, I guess it's a movie or documentary called Unsinkable. So, again, I'm looking forward to watching the whole thing eventually. And again, very inspirational piece there. So, sounds like the obstacle is the way. But anyway, so good evening. We're Dean Larry Corgin, and this is our team time, and we are so excited. It is August 10th. So so glad everybody's on tonight, and hope you're cool wherever you are. So that's it. Take it away.
Yeah, good to see you guys. August 10th. So we started our accountability challenge today. Give us a 1 in the chat if you guys are participating, if you're excited, if you've got your clients participating with you. All right, it's blowing up. Look at that. Last I looked, you guys, we had like 300 comments on our day 1 post. So that means not only were you and your clients, our clients participating, but you guys were actively engaging with them and supporting. And it's just so important with our community. And we start out day 1, day 2, all great. But if you could just remember to stay engaged, participate yourself, comment. 6 clients participating, Chris, that is awesome. These challenges are just really successful just because of that ongoing engagement. So thank you.
Yeah, it's really important to schedule a little bit of time every day just to get out there and encourage those that are part of the challenge.
So we are continuing with our fundamental skills training. Thanks. There's a lot of us on this call tonight, which means you guys are here and hungry to learn. And what I love about Optavia is the duplication of our business that is really designed to be simple, just in 6 basic skills that we do, that we learn them, and then we turn and we help somebody else and teaching somebody else how to do them. So we've been going through these. Dan Bell has laid out great trainings, really bringing it to conversation here, having some of our coaches share some takeaways. And so we've talked so far about identify, to approach, identify and approach, and then present. Last time we did this, we talked about the health assessment. And tonight we're going to talk about the Coach Explorer. And I know that for some reason, the talking coaching, and this side of this incredible opportunity that we offer can be challenging for us. It can be a little scary. And I was talking to a coach this weekend, and we talked about the fact that all we have to remember is that we all start somewhere, right? We're all beginners, whether it's learning how to talk about the health assessment and talk about the program with somebody, or learning this side of the business. But as Dan has talked about so much, and he spends so much time talking about it, is that 95% of the equation is our mindset and our motivation. Why would we want to add coaches? Why would we want to offer this opportunity? That leaves only 5% that is actually really skill-based. It's something that can be taught, it can be learned. And a new word I've learned from a podcast I listened to is everything is figure-outable, right? Like we can always figure out how to do something. So that was a turning point in my business, was when I was hesitant about bringing on coaches and training coaches. But then I realized I can figure this out, right? Like I can figure it out. They give us enough training information, and we also have mentors and support. So figure-outable, that'll be our new team word, right? I like it. So tonight we're going to start. Jordan Rosa is going to share with us tonight. We all know Jordan, and Jordan has become very successful in sponsoring and helping coaches reach the higher levels of at least senior coach. So Jordan, take it away for a few minutes and share with us what have been your takeaways from the training, and also your experience with helping coaches.
Awesome. Yes, I would love to. Thank you for letting me share tonight. So let me just start by saying that this training was absolutely incredible. And if you've not taken the time to listen to it yet, you must. It is full of so much wisdom. And in it, Dan talks a lot about motivation, mindset, and skills. And when I hear that, what I hear is why, how, and action. So I'm going to give you some key takeaways from each of those areas tonight. So why sponsoring? We all come to coaching for different reasons, whether it's changing lives or helping people, making an impact, leaving a legacy. It may be simpler than that for you at this point. It was for me. At the beginning, I wanted coaching to pay for my food. I wanted to make like $1,000 a month in income to bridge the gaps in our budget. I wanted the community aspect, especially as a stay-at-home mom to 3 little kids. And I wanted some accountability for my own health. It didn't take long for those reasons to grow even bigger. How you see it is often how you present it. And you're underserving someone if you miss presenting the opportunity of coaching. I just think, what if coaching hadn't been presented to me? My life would look drastically different, and so would the lives of my coaches and clients. My coach saw it bigger and helped me to see it bigger too. It brought us financial freedom. We now have a vehicle to bring my husband home from his corporate job, which is something that we dreamed of before we even, had kids or anything. Like a decade ago, we were like, what if we could just work from home together? It's also a vehicle to help us not struggle financially or go into debt over unexpected expenses. Coaching brought personal development into my life. It's pushed me to grow and serve and love others and think beyond just myself and what I need. My relationships are thriving as a result of what I've learned through coaching. We're dreaming again. As a couple, as a family, the limit does not exist. Complacency has been completely eradicated from our lives, and we have become fire starters. Every person has that little spark of hope, of what if, and they just need someone like you or me to blow on it and fan it into flame. So when presenting coaching to someone, you want to match their need like a detective. You want to think, do they need time freedom? Do they need financial freedom? Do they just want to help others, which is also a noble cause? Then there's the whole fulfillment, meaning, and purpose aspect. You've got to relate to where they are and what they're looking for. And keep in mind, this is not a favor to you for them to listen to you talk about coaching. You have the cookie, as Dan says so many times in that video. So funny to me, but this is out of love for them, sharing what you know can radically change their lives. Client acquisition is important, but health coach acquisition is even more important because that's where you're going to encounter this exponential growth. And I know in the training, he was talking about exponential growth of your business, but I experienced that exponential growth personally too. It stretched me beyond what I was really comfortable with. And it was the best thing because then even more people got to feel the ripple effect. And when you're comfortable, it's really easy to get complacent in any area of your life. Our role is to ask enough questions of our coach candidates to help them awaken to why they would want to do this, and then share how we might be able to help. So let's talk about how to sponsor. 95% of your effectiveness in sponsoring is in how you think, your posture, your mentality, how you see it. Are you in the health coach business or the health coach duplication business? We are limited with our time when we only work one-on-one with clients. There's only so many hours in a day. We multiply our efforts when we duplicate the structure of the business with volume. Let me shout this from the rooftops. Do not reinvent the wheel. We want to follow a proven success pattern. Let me just tell you this little story. So when we were in Phoenix for the Transformational Business Summit, I can't remember who was talking, but I just remember they were on stage talking about how in the early stages of building the business, somebody like went around town and put up billboards advertising health coaching. And another person like went through the phone book and called every number to see if people were interested. And I just remember thinking, I am so glad I don't have to do that. I can learn from their mistakes. We want the DNA, the duplication, to be pure. We want to do what our mentorship team is doing and duplicate a successful model. And even as simple as like when I first started coaching, Marco's in IT. And so he was like, oh, let me build this program and you can type in all your client information and do it like this and track them like that. And I remember telling my coach like, oh yeah, I should do this. Maybe everybody can do it. Da, da, da. And she was like, oh, okay, if that works for you, that's fine. I just prefer paper because it's simpler. And you know what? I'm using paper because it's simpler. So all that to say, like, people have already gone ahead of you and failed for you. So trust what your coach is saying works. You've got to make a decision that you're going to develop a culture of sponsoring within your team, and then be bold and confident in that decision. And whatever you do, your team is going to do, which leads me to the action or the skills for sponsoring. And let me just say, like, Dan has been exceptionally thorough and provided amazing, like, step-by-step sequences. Like, I think one of them had like 19 steps on the video. And so I'm not going to repeat every single one of those to you, but I do highly recommend, like, going back, listening, taking the training again, writing those points down because they were excellent. One huge takeaway that I had from him was setting a specific time to talk about the opportunity and keeping the approach and the presentation separate. And he actually gives us like specific verbiage, like, right now I'm a little bit busy. Why don't we set a time to go through this properly? And presenting the opportunity or doing a Coach Explore is a skill. And so we want to follow the flow of the opportunity. So just like with a health assessment, we can have some opening comments. This is a great place to ask, you know, what brought you together today? Can I ask you why you agreed to meet with me today? It might seem obvious, but time is our most valuable resource. And if they're taking the time to talk with you about this, it shows that they have an interest in what you're offering. We want to talk about the why, awaken and explore. What does a healthy body, mind, and finances look like for them? We want to talk about the how. How can we help them achieve their goals with this business model? And we want to ask good questions and listen. Listening is a skill. We have to listen to what they're saying and what they're not saying. And this is where we can kind of be a detective, you know, and match what they are saying they're looking for. If they want something that's going to pay for their food, then we're going to match paying for their food. If they're saying, I'm so busy, I don't have time for anything else, then we hear they need time freedom. Listening helps us be in control and guide the conversation. We know it's in their best interest to coach because we have this incredible opportunity available. And then the next part is we want to invite them to begin. Would you like to partner with me? I'm excited to do this with you. Just like on a health assessment, if you don't ask them, are you ready to get started? They're not going to know how to answer or where to go next. You are the one who's in the driver's seat. And then we establish the next steps. So in summary, the flow is the why, the how, asking good questions, and inviting them to begin. And they may have questions or concerns. How many times have you asked somebody, you know, are you ready to get started? Well, can you tell me this? Having questions, concerns, and objections, that is a really good thing. That means that they're interested and they just need more information to make a solid decision. We can help guide them to a decision. We can use the mirror technique. What I'm hearing you say is, and repeat back to them a summary of what they said. We can use feel, felt, and found. Time is an objection that comes up a lot. Everybody's busy. You can say, I understand how you feel. My friend Maria told me she felt the same way, that she didn't have enough time. And what she actually found was that she could help 5 people in about an hour a week. That brings in that third-party credibility that it's not just you that's saying this is something that's good or can be done, but it's helped someone else too. So I want to talk about some specific actions to move your business forward this week. Reconnect on your why. Focus on it daily. Why do you want this to grow? Have a plan for each day. We heard in Together Live, right? Chase the day, don't let the day chase you. How do we do that? With a plan. In your plan, focus on income producing activities. We have 2, acquiring clients and sponsoring and mentoring coaches. Go crazy. Challenge yourself to do more calling and presenting this week than you did last month. Sponsor 2 coaches per month until you have a minimum of 10 senior coach legs. 10 to 15 is a global. Acquire 1 to 2 clients per week until you have 8 to 10,000 in frontline volume. I cannot encourage you enough to become a student of this training. It really impacted me because Dan said, become a student of this and you will be unstoppable. If you're a new coach, do 3 explores with your business coach this week. If you're an established coach, do 5 explores on your own this week. And if you're really driven, if you've got that desire for more, if you've got that little dream to bring your spouse home or live somewhere else when all this COVID mess is over, then go crazy and do 10 explores this week. What do you have to lose? So my final Danism, words of wisdom, stop doubting yourself because action cures fear.
Really, really good, Jordan. Thank you so much for that. You covered a lot, and really hit all the key points. And I think one of the best ones was at the very beginning when you said, we're really looking to see if this is a match, right? We're not looking to talk anybody into anything. If you feel like you're dragging them, you probably are. We haven't really made a true match yet. It may or may not be for them, but I will put money on the fact it is for more people than you believe it is in your world right now. And it's really just in how we're connecting with them. And so like Jordan said, it really is so important to use your mentorship, use the tools that we have to help you move and gain that confidence. Frank, I want you to share for a little bit. Frank and Shauna are our newest global directors. They have really turned a corner in sponsoring. So Frank, what can you add on to what Jordan has shared? Oh, we need to unmute.
Yeah, so our internet's a little unstable, so if I go out, I apologize up front. But I'm always honored to speak, and I don't take it lightly. And truthfully, so much of what I've learned as a coach, I've learned from my coach, Shauna. So she can speak equally on this topic as I, but in the interest of time, I'll go ahead and speak a little bit. And Jordan, you did a great job, wonderful job. And Dan Bell talks so much about the motivation, mindset, and skill set. And for me, the mindset and skill set is something that I just developed over time and with experience. And I think that's kind of where a lot of people, that's where you're going to develop your mindset and your skill set with time and experience, plugging into the system, getting into the hip pocket of your mentorship. But really, we bring on clients for 3 main reasons, right? Help them lose weight, get healthy, for referrals, and hopefully they'll turn into coaches. And I just make that coaching process natural. And really, it really boils down to having a proper foundation. And if you walk through New York City, or if you walk through Chicago and you see those tall skyscrapers, what you don't see is the foundation. The Empire State Building's got 160 feet of foundation below it. So for us as coaches, the proper foundation is asking myself, when I'm talking to a potential coach, is why is this opportunity good for them? And I have to reflect on myself. It was good for my health. I was able to come off type 2 diabetes medication. I was able to come off blood pressure medication. I was able to lose weight. Shauna was able to lose weight. Our health has been drastically improved. Why would I not want to share that with clients, right? Why would I not want to have coaches share that with their clients? That's the foundation. It's the foundation. And then in finances, Jordan touched on this. She said, I'm going to bring her husband home from his corporate office. Our finances, we can't even begin to describe how much our finances has been impacted. We've gotten out of debt, or we're getting out of debt, completely out of debt. We've given more to our church. We've given more money away. In fact, last month, and I hope this is okay if I share this, Dee. Last month, before global income kicked in, we made last month, in 1 month, than we did our entire year, our first year of marriage. All right? So in 1 month, we made more in our first year of marriage. And that's before
It is
global kicked
A-okay
in.
to share that.
So I don't know what's going to happen when global income kicks in, which kicks in this month. Okay, I mean, I don't know. It may go up a little bit. So that's the foundation. Okay, so therefore the foundation is not what coaching does for us. What can it do for the people that we're talking to? How can it radically impact their life, their health, their family, their financial future? And that's if you get that secure in your mind, and if I got that secure in my mind, it's not about me. It's not about my business. It's about what can it do for them. And with our coaches, we want to help them achieve their goals. The more we help them achieve their goals, their health goals, their financial goals, so they can give more money to their church, so they can pay off their debts, so they can pay for their college tuition for their children, so they can be full-time mom and dads. When we help them reach their goals, that's the foundation. The more people we help, and automatically it'll help us. So that's the foundation. If you have that right in your mind, everything else, the skill sets, the action, the mindset, everything else will follow. And I hope that helps.
Really good, really good. Build that
Thank you, Frank.
foundation, and then it's figure outable after that, right? Yeah, excellent, excellent. Did you have a few things to share?
Well, yeah, I mean, just fantastic sharings and learnings tonight. I think Jordan and Frank both, great job. We appreciate you guys taking the time, and and again, that's part of what leadership is in our team. We all kind of step up and just recognize that Frank and Jordan, they got out of their comfort zone to share this tonight. So again, we thank you guys and great job. A couple things. One of the things that I really liked about Dan Bell's trainings, first of all, Dan's just great. He's a bottom line kind of guy, and he's got a big heart, right? But one of the things, if you get a chance to go back to Optavia Together 2020, right? The morning session on Saturday where Dan Bell spoke, he really talked about dreams, okay? And how this helps, not just, again, the health portion, but again, the coaching portion helps fulfill dreams, okay? And there's a ton of great quotes that he has in there, but one of them I just want to share. And you've heard this before, and if you haven't, this is a great one. Your ability will grow to match the size of your dream, okay? So when you look at where you want to be and where you want to go, okay, we've got to stretch, right? We've got to use those dreams, because he also said some other, what I call, bad things about our dreams if we don't follow them, right? Or we don't think about them, or we kind of put them aside and we don't ever dream again. So I think, if you're here tonight, I think we're all dreamers, and we all want to make sure that, again, we're accomplishing goals for our community, our families, and just for a better life for all of us. So again, be a great student, okay? Be a great student of becoming a great coach and encourager, again, in acquiring clients and acquiring coaches. So again, great stuff.
We have so many great tools, you guys, to be able to help you in this area. We know all of us are learning. I am learning every single day and working to improve my skills. Couple things. I mean, remember that the Optavia has their sponsoring incentive for us this month. So any coach that you sponsor in the month of August, that they come on there and help them be successful launching and starting to help people and launch successfully, there is an incentive bonus for that applies for activity in August, September, and October. So this is the month to be sponsoring. At 8:30 tonight, the field training is again on the mindset and how to approach people about the coaching opportunity. So you are going to have all the training you need for that. This Wednesday night at 8:30, the company is offering a Health and Hope night. This is going to be primarily program based. We'll share the links for this in Coaches Up for Change, sharing the 4 components and trilogy stories. And then on Saturday, they're doing a business of health coaching for us. And so they'll outline what that looks like along with stories. So you guys, perfect opportunities. All we have to do is invest. invite, and then follow up, and then use your mentorship with you to have those conversations afterwards if you're not comfortable with it on your own. So absolutely, Betsy, you can share Health and Hope on Facebook, and those personal invites are always, always the best. So you guys made time for this tonight. We know that it is important to you. Every single one of you guys I know are here because you want to grow personally and you want to grow professionally. So Larry and I want to pose a challenge for us. And we know that when we identify a goal and when we write it down and share it, we are 42% more likely to make it a reality. So we want to challenge right now, a challenge that each one of us will agree that we'll sponsor one coach this month. One. Your dreams might be really big. Jordan had a map laid out, but put it in the comments if you'll sponsor one coach, two coaches, three. I'm going to put in the comments what ours is, that we are confident that we will sponsor this month. But go ahead and write it down so that you are committing to yourself as well as to the community what you're going to do. If we have 72 people on this call, you guys, and we all sponsored one, we would have 72 new coaches that have an opportunity to be blessed by what Optavia can offer them. So we hope you're excited. I love it. It is blowing up out there. So let's do this. If you remember, we did this with Coach, what was it, with clients a few months ago, and you guys blew us out of the water with that. So have fun with it. We do want to let you guys get over to Dr. A's call. Dr. A, the field training, and Dan Bell is available after that. Attend what fits your schedule. Jordan and Frank, thank you guys so much for your contribution. I think this was a fabulous call, and we'll continue the conversation in our Facebook group. So thanks, guys. We'll see you during the week, and we love you.
Take care, guys. Love you.